Drink your water, bro. So aggressive. Man, I thought this was a great opportunity to introduce this hidden blade I bought a while back. Isn't that sick? I love it. Anyway, you should work as hard as your favorite gamer protagonist. Let me explain. So, I love Assassin's Creed. The Assassin's Creed series is amazing, full of badass characters, and one of the main reasons why I got this little hidden blade here. This is based on I think the Italian era, the Ezio Auditore era, which is like nice little engrave here and stuff. But the reason why I bought this was because, you know, I really love the series, and then I thought it'd be really cool to have my own, you know, hidden blade. But the reason why you should work as hard as your protagonists that you so love in your favorite video game is because they work hard. Therefore, why shouldn't you work as hard? Let me explain. Now, when we play video games, it's a way to escape from reality, right? To take a break from your day-to-day life and just to turn off your brain and just to play some video games. And so for myself, I played Assassin's Creed, Dragon Quest, all those fun games. And those games introduced me to badass characters, or maybe it was a wimpy character at first, but over time you saw their character development. You developed with them in a way because you're progressing through the story and the levels that happens with this character. And so a great example, Red Dead Redemption 2, great game, I love it, masterful storytelling game, everything about it is so amazing. So you should work as hard as Arthur Morgan if you've played Red Dead Redemption 2. And I mean that in a sense of having your morals straight, having your values, and working towards those values and your goals. So without getting too deep into the story of Red Dead 2, and not in any, you know, spoiler territory, Arthur works hard for the gang he lives with, the gang that he works with. He works hard. And if you've played through some missions with him, you've seen him work hard for it. You've seen him, you know, carry hay bales around the camp, you know, shoot outlaws because, you know, they're stealing a stagecoach or something. But the man works hard. You can't really deny that. And he works hard for his family, which was the gang at the time. And so the thing about that is you, the player, you are controlling Arthur Morgan. You are experiencing Arthur Morgan's story and his actions. And so in a way you do grow with this character, right? And so why should you not be working as hard as Arthur Morgan? He is working hard, but you're not. And that's one of the things that video games do. They give you a false sense of like progress and completion in your own mind, which is a lot more rewarding and faster, because in life, progress takes time, right? You don't just get successful right away. It takes consistency and constant reevaluation to get where you want to be successful. And so with video games, it teaches you a false sense of accomplishment and progress. And so you should be working as hard as your favorite protagonist, like Arthur Morgan. That man works hard. Or if you played Red Dead 1, that is a masterful game in itself. John Marston, great guy. I love character. I love that guy. He works very hard in the story, and if you've played the game, you understand how hard he's worked to, you know, to get to see his family again. So another example can be Assassin's Creed. You know, the reason why we, like most of us, really love Assassin's Creed is because of how badass the assassins are, and specifically the characters that we get to play. So Ezio Auditor, Altair, Connor from Assassin's Creed 3, I believe. Like all those badass characters that you love dearly. They work so hard to get where they want to go. They don't go from like a wimpy character to like a master assassin. That takes character development and training and time and consistency. But you as the player, you experience that in a fraction of the actual training time it would take to be an actual assassin at that time. So again, it's giving you that false sense of progress in your own life, false sense of achievements. And so what you need to do is to take that energy of progress and achievements and such, or like the inspiration of like, hey, this character is a badass, I want to implement these kinds of ideologies for myself. And so like a good ideology, you could say, is finding a brotherhood. In Assassin's Creed, it at least in like the older ones, the older Assassin's Creeds, it really emphasized on the brotherhood, finding a brotherhood for yourself. And so that's one main takeaway you can get from that. That is finding a brotherhood, finding like-minded individuals, right? You don't want to hang out with lame Dumbo people unless you want to. Okay, cool. But imagine how much further you'd get in life if you hung out with like-minded people. You can't get successful hanging out with unsuccessful people. Maybe that's a little too harsh to say. What I'm trying to say is that I'm part of the creed now. I'm part of the Assassin's Creed. Boom. No. Find your group of people to hang out with. Keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. Classic quote. Classic. Find that group of like-minded individuals. Hang out with more successful people if you can. People who are better than you in your niche. So for myself, let's say I'm a filmmaker. I need to hang out with highly successful filmmakers to get on their level, to get on their mindset. You know, that kind of thing. That's just an example. Or for YouTube, I need to surround myself with other creators like myself to, up my levels. And so work as hard as your favorite video game protagonist, and you might see some change in your life. Drink your water, get good, get better, let's get her.